So guys, the other night we premiered the Lunatic Asylum video, and it was amazing. The evidence was just phenomenal, and we got a lot of comments in the live chat saying you need to come back here ASAP, and even our moderators were messaging us saying you need to get back there ASAP. So guess where we are tonight? We're back. So we are going to return to the building that we got the most activity from, which was what we believe the maternity stroke raising a child until about 8 years old. Don't know what the correct terminology would be for that building. Ain't going to try and pretend I do. But I hope you enjoy. So guys, the team tonight is obviously Darren. We have got Laura, Nikki, Dawn,
Darren,
and
it's a weekend.
myself. It is a weekend. You know what I mean, don't you? You best lube yourself up. Yeah. I've already done.
I didn't feel
did
it.
it for me.
I didn't feel it.
Good evening, spirits. We've returned, and I do want to make deal on my promise that I made you. And I wanted to promise that we're not like other teams you may have seen. We're not just here to ask you to perform like performing monkeys. We're here to try and help you. My job, and my team's job, is to try and help you move over to the light. To give you some peace, to help you break free of this establishment. There's no need for you to be here anymore. We've been spotted already. Shit, man. Is there any noises or anything you'd like to make? Excuse me. So this is where we've got the screens here tonight. Literally in this area.
Tubes here.
You've got something already?
Yeah. What you got?
And you've got some.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Oh.
What name's on the side of that box? Hello. Now we have in front of us cells that people would have had to have spent their lives in. Do you want to tell us a story? Get it off your chest? How it made you feel? I understand how much of a difficult life you had. And as I say, I want to stand good on our promise that we're here to help. Right, one thing we're not going to do tonight is go in that one where the... You want a bell?
No.
How's it like?
Oh wow.
Just picked up ghost hunters. With a backpack and everything, look. Oh, well, that one, wasn't it? No, next one.
It's that one. First one. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, in that cell we can't do anything because that's where the bird's nest is. Careful of this, guys. That's it.
That's picking up loads.
On the cross. And that room.
What we believe down this room was part of the surgical part of it, where the help was given to either mum, baby, or otherwise.
But also, this could have been where drug dispensary as well. You've got a drug dispensary hole there. Someone's put a nice
What are you giggling at?
satanic circle there.
Lovely. Say nothing.
It wasn't me.
For once.
Wasn't me.
It weren't the
No, because I would use salt, not that. This room makes me feel awful. I'm sorry it does. Oh. Okay.
That was facing this way, that facing me.
Upside down.
Good choice, is that it? Yeah. Upside down cross. Stop. So guys, Nikki's using the ghost tube, and as you can see, we are literally pointing at the women's cells, and as you can see, it's picked up women lying down on hospital beds. That is some freaky.
A nurse.
It's a bit like a nurse at first.
And then Darren's picked something up, guys, and the ghost tube seer is going crazy. Darren's picked up a nurse. What we're all a bit miffed about, to be honest with you guys, is when you use the ghost tube seer, you can be walking around 10 minutes before it picks anything up.
Yeah, today it's...
And everyone is picking something up like every 20 seconds. And it can't be anything to do with network signal, because network signal's terrible in here. So it's not any data related incident either. Yeah.
Spirit, can you show a person on this next time you come through on it?
There's two running, so you can choose either.
Oh my god.
No way.
No!
You've
Oh,
just said,
fantastic. You've just said a person straight away.
and it's pulled a person up straight away.
With
With
like
arms around her.
Shadow on the back.
Spirit, on my device, would you mind showing us the nurses that worked here, please?
Wow.
That would be relevant for like depression and stuff though, wouldn't it? With the shadow
Well,
on the back.
Somebody restrained, or somebody drugged out.
Yeah. So now, guys, even freakier, we have a Victorian child. Bear in mind in what department they are on. You can see by the wallpaper what department they're in.
That maternity ward, but
Yeah, children's area. So basically, Darren, the patients that were pregnant or got pregnant while they were here were allowed to raise children up until about 8 years old, and then they were sent for adoption. That's just bizarre. Absolutely mental. So yeah, we are literally near a train station as well, so it could be quite relevant. Yeah, definitely.
a steam train.
Yeah, from the time period. It's all very relevant stuff, isn't it?
And the other day I won't get anything on it because I thought I downloaded something wrong or
Yeah.
something like that.
I think it's just different environments you go into, Darren, you know, because of the amount of energy that's here. So good evening, spirits. As I say, we want to communicate with you, we want to help you. Let's get your story properly, yeah? And what we're going to do is we're going to give you the ability now to talk to us in several different ways. But we are going to keep that promise of wanting to help you, rather than just wanting to make you perform like a lot of people do. Our promise is that promise of help. Would you accept our help? Is it come up with friends straight away? So it's obviously recognised who we are.
Yeah.
It's just lost autofocus. You've seen it though, yeah. I personally think tonight, because I got such a good response on EVP and these cells, don't want to go back in that one obviously because of the bird's nest. So shall I go next door and do it?
I was
We had
the end one.
not the end one, the next one across, the second one in. We had fantastic noises and stuff like that. It might be a good one to be in.
I'll
It's
do
up
it
to you,
then.
right?
Yeah, I'll do it then.
It says tears.
You're not happy here? Imagine not.
Yeah, I wouldn't end of it then.
That's where me and Nicky looked and was like, nope.
What was that?
What did you hear?
There's full screaming. Fuck off. John, there's something moving. Something's not there.
Hello?
There's no other entrance that way.
Honestly, it sounded like something was moving across the floor.
Just heard that. I heard that movement then. And what, you heard the scream again?
Yeah.
The same one as the other night?
Really loud.
Must have been because Nicky's rather.
Unhappy.
It's worked a lot of line, it was just constant. Even the stuff that weren't picked up on camera were just, right, well, I'll tell you, it seems to be when we're ignoring it, it happens. So let's just get back to what we were doing and see if it happens again.
Did you not hear that?
I'll tell you what, Lord, just paper. Stay here and don't come in with us. So it'll pick it up. Stuff, promise. So on the Ovilus, guys, it's picked stuff and promise up. So it's saying you're going to, I'm assuming it's talking about the promise we made to them.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to keep Dawn out here on camera filming me and Darren. So if the scream happens again, the microphone on the camera will keep
It
it.
seems a bit weird though, the females can hear it but the males can't.
We were in there though, weren't we?
Dawn just heard something.
I'm not gonna lie, Darren, this place absolutely freaks me out, and I've got a good reason behind it, but that was so loud. Like, I honestly thought they were running up the corridor, and then bang up here sounded like someone was dragging across the floor. It was horrible.
Yeah, we'll do that then, yeah?
Do you want this torch out here or?
Might as well turn it off while the camera's there.
Well, it's weird, isn't it, that I've just said promise and then that's just come up with that as well. So, to anyone that's making screaming noise or anyone that wants to communicate, we are going to do an EVP, which means we can record your voice, or hopefully we try to, and we're going to ask you 3 questions each, me and Darren, and we're going to leave 10 seconds between each voice. Question, I do apologise, 10 seconds between each question. Please, any voices that you could leave or make a noise, it will be recorded and it will help us to help you. EVP session 1, night 2, the asylum. Could you please start off by making a noise in which we can identify that you're here?
Was it you that screamed and the girls heard it?
How long were you a resident or a patient at this facility?
Is that you walking down the corridor now?
Do you feel there was a miscarriage of justice?
I heard something then.
Scratching on the walls.
It sounds like they're pulling the wallpaper off.
It didn't sound, it sounded like,
We heard something in there, didn't we? But I don't know what it were.
sounded like a voice thing.
Literally, it was like somebody had nails going down the wall.
Well, the camera should have picked it up, yeah? We heard something, but we couldn't identify what it were. We heard, it were almost like someone walking up and down the corridor to us, wasn't it, Darren? Because you heard Darren's question.
Can you just bring your torch this way?
When you looked at, say that I heard something in the room. Something evil.
See, See, like, I'd like to debunk it if there was animals in here, but there physically isn't.
There ain't no
There's
pigeons or
nothing.
anything, no.
There's only one way in and one way out.
Yeah, exactly.
There was movement, there was things being moved, there's
But when you look this
dragging,
way, it
scratching.
sounded like it had like an evil type of voice.
There was
Yeah.
a voice.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Male's
understand what
voice,
it was
very
saying.
low, very angry.
Yeah.
It's the only way I can explain it.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll play the EVP back, see what was picked up on that. We're not going to know until I can review the footage back of what it were, because I can enhance it on that. So, because I've got a Sennheiser microphone that's got some really low-level optimizations on it, so I will be able to hear back obviously what you heard. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
EVP session 1, night 2, the asylum. Could you please start off by making a noise in which you can identify that you're here?
There's that muffled.
Yeah, there's a moth there.
Was it you that screamed and the girls heard it?
How long were you a resident or a patient at this facility? What the fuck was
Is that you
that?
walking down the corridor now?
Do you feel it was a miscarriage of justice? Someone on. Weird, I'm talking, and I've just seen the shadow. Who's here?
Stay there, they will.
Somebody just got thrown down here, John.
No one here.
Someone literally just threw a stone down here.
Let's stay in this part.
Someone's having some fun with it, aren't they?
Stay in this part.
What's
But
up
that
here?
one's not here and shit there.
Fucking stone.
Can you look at that board, Spirit?
The talking's back up there now. Like, do you see what I mean? It's like,
Do you know before that noise, I just saw, you can, because it's reflectable,
yeah.
you can actually see things in the pool.
Definitely. But I physically, that's why I ran. I said, Lord, give me a torch because I could physically see someone moving at the bottom. And it weren't seeing it as a medium, I was seeing it as, and any of you guys would have seen it.
Yeah.
Where is that coming from?
That's crying.
It's crying down there.
Yeah, that's a reflection, ain't it? It's a
Yeah.
portal.
Yeah, of course. Just like a normal mirror, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should try, because this has got, what would you say, £2 in weight, £3 in weight? So, and I think we should try and get to move this ball, the one in front of the cells, and we'll see how strong they are, because these aren't normal.
So we leave it on there, and then if we hear it drop, we'd...
If we ever drop hand through that door, yeah?
If we hear that drop, mate, there'll probably be a poo that's just as heavy drop out of my arse. You know what I mean? Yes, we do it. You've got 2, haven't you, Darren?
I've got 6, I think.
But that makes
I've
sense.
got a whole ball set.
Put that there, look. So that's solid, that ain't going to move anywhere, yeah? So someone's going to have to really...
Can I suggest we put some flashables as well out?
Well, no, because we're not going to be around there.
No, I'm saying when we do the other one.
Yeah, yeah. And so spirits, there's a ball here. If you really want to scare us, or any reaction, push that ball off. What you have to do is push it like this, and let it hit the floor. Yeah?
So we'll put it in the middle. Then it's wedged as well, isn't it?
Exactly. That's what I want.
Volunteer,
It's like,
Darren.
it's a wedge.
It's wedged then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you want to get a reaction from us, move that while we're up here. So I think what we need to do at the moment, because we're running up and down, and that's the reaction they're wanting. So now at least we know that it ain't a physical person. I could have swore that was someone physical though. I'll give you talk back in a second. Love mine in the car.
You got that ball now, Spirit?
If he does that, he's going out.
Well, as I say, mate, if it does, it's going to be something just as heavy fall out of me.
Use our energy, drain us to knock that off.
No, that's like me.
So yeah, could we have another one on board, Darren? And place it in front of one of these cells, maybe? Or
I
just in the
see.
middle. So spirits, we've got a really heavy ball here. And we'd be very impressed if you're able to move this. We're just going to pop it on the floor. Good thing about this floor is it don't creak up.
And that's ball too.
So we'd be really impressed if you could move it.
So we'll draw it close to it to prove
Do you want to hold that while I just get
Yeah, of course.
the floorboards in.
What's that in the window?
Flexion, mate. Because a cold spot.
Because there's no ball
No, the hot. In the middle.
Unless it's the heat off the leaves.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Go on the Spirit reflection of portals. You come out and use it like that.
Spirit, there's something that makes me feel really, I don't know how to explain it, emotional about this room. There seems to be a lot of energy. I put out a couple of balls and I put out the tri-field. Now the tri-field, if you get close to it and touch it, the numbers will go up and it'll just click a little bit, won't hurt you, won't harm you. What was that?
What was that? That was in that room.
That's like I hear your footsteps as well.
Hello?
Spirit, would you please send them up on the tri-field for me? Send it all the way up if you're a female with a child or a female expecting a child, send it up please. I'll show you it doesn't hurt you, I can touch it, it won't send it up for me though. If you touch it, it will.
Yeah.
I get a huge wave of emotion, it's just not the best of emotions. It's pure sadness.
Mm-hmm.
John.
Don't understand what it is.
Looks like a fire, but also like a monster.
Are you a hellhound?
furnace.
It's a what?
Hellhound.
Kind of look like a furnace to me.
I didn't know hellhound is.
I know
It
what
just
one
burns.
is. Just curious as to why there would be one here.
I know, it looked like that could have been one on this.
Okay.
Conjured, couldn't they?
Yeah. Okay.
There's been lots of experiments performed here over the years.
Well, with how many pentagrams and sigils there is in this place, I'm surprised anyone's arrested.
Plus we know the Lucifer effects were found here.
Yeah.
We know there's been other stuff happening.
It's just, it's. You know, the other day I had like an emotion of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't today. I've just got pure sadness and pain. That's all I've got.
I know exactly what you're saying.
That went off a little bit.
There's a lady talking. You picking anything else in the room? I didn't make sense at all. Then. Are you picking anything up in this room?
Not at the moment, I'm not close enough. There's that much around me, Nick, I can't differentiate where they are and what they are.
Okay. There's a lady talking. I can't make sense of what she's saying.
She might be connecting with you more than anything.
I've just heard a thud in there.
In where? Sorry, I can't see
Oh,
it.
sorry, to my right. I don't think he was having anything before.
I heard that.
John, could you do spirit box? I'll turn this up in there.
We're in there.
Yeah.
So spirits, we have a device here, and all it does is scan through radio stations, but it has the ability to tell us what you're wanting to say. Myself and Nikki are going to ask you some questions, and we hope that you can answer. I'm going to send it in reverse, as always, and set it at a high speed. Is there anyone there that wants to communicate, please? Help me.
Spirit, can I ask, did you lose a child? Did you have a stillborn child?
Stuck here all day.
It was more crude than that, I'm
Was
going to be
it?
honest with
Yeah,
you.
I'd rather not repeat what it
It's,
said.
I'll say it because it was crude, but if you think someone who's delusional
Yeah.
won't mind the P's and Q's. Is that what you're trying to say? I won't take offence to what you're saying.
You can say what you want.
Yeah? Someone else said, did you hear that? Can we help you, darling? But to be honest with you, it's not a terminology that would have been used in the 1800s. But remember, this place stayed open until the 1980s.
Okay. Wow. That's...
Did the child live or die?
Is the child still in this world?
Can you hear this?
I think there's enough mist under that.
No. Did you hear that?
Yes.
That grunting.
some reason, I get a lot of sadness from that in specific room.
Fucking banging all about.
Can you whistle? Someone's whistling that.
I didn't hear that myself.
I
But
heard a scream.
I heard a little.
I heard a little scream over that way. Can you make the scratching noise again?
tell me you heard that grumbling then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you that wasn't my stomach.
Me neither.
To me, it sounded more like an explosion thing. There's nothing to cause an explosion. To me, it sounded like an explosion was like a sound you'd hear from the past, not
Yeah.
something that's happened outside now. Yeah.
What
Did you not hear that?
the? How was that?
What?
You not hear it?
I heard a
What
little
was it?
whistle.
Yeah.
Back to the make noises.
It's not she.
I ain't seen a bat tonight.
Can you give us an indication that you've made yourself known to us before?
I heard a whistle then.
Yeah, that's what I did.
You know when you did it?
Spirit. Should I do that death whistle lightly, see if that
Oh God.
does it?
Yeah. Cover your ears,
Not
ready?
going to blow it out.
Spirit, we're going to give you some energy. It's called a death whistle. It will help you.
Use that energy, spirit.
This is screaming again.
Just saw a light. No. There. Down there.
It's funny because I don't like calling them cells because it was technically their room, it was their home.
Yeah.
So in each apartment,
Mhm.
that's what I'm going to call it because it sounds a bit better, they had a light that would have come on obviously later on in time where they could call for assistance, especially in this
Yeah.
kind of building.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm finding funny is that we're getting screams, we're getting whistles, we're getting voices,
You hear that scream?
but actually, do you know the funny part is we keep facing a torch towards them. They can't come forwards because every time we turn around it's like, you know, I'm just wondering if we can let them get a bit closer without
Putting them in the spotlight. Is that the better way of
Or
putting
without
it?
bringing the torch to him.
Yeah.
A spirit come towards the light and talk to us.
I think a lot of them could also be scared of moving on because they would have been told they weren't worthy enough.
Yeah.
You know, as much as we like to believe they had a good life.
Just the amount that would have committed suicide.
Yeah.
And being of Christian faith, they would have been told that
Yeah.
they would have been stuck in damnation, wouldn't
100%. 100%.
You have nothing to fear crossing over, spirit.
Male's voice.
Came from in here.
Who's the male, please? If you're here, stood with us now, can you make a bang?
Would that scream?
Yes.
I heard something then.
Yes, it was a scream.
You weren't allowed to scream.
No, it was like a... kind of like kids playing. I know that sounds a really weird thing to say how they... but that's what...
It sounds like a normal scream, but the volume lowered.
Yeah.
If you're hearing noises and that from different times, it ain't always going to be loud and stuff like that.
To the gentleman, I'm presuming you're a worker or a nurse or a warden for this ward. We don't mean you any harm. We'd like to learn a little bit more about you while you're still here. Would you come forward and do that for us, please?
Getting like a sensation of that bit feeling squeezed.
I feel like I'm being pushed.
Quite relevant that where you are, isn't it?
God, it's the weirdest amount of emotion tonight. It's like an overload of emotion at the moment.
Can you show yourself on this device next to John, please?
Sorry.
So that's what I mean.
What the hell was that?
That were in that cell then.
That was not my boot.
That would have growled, and it were in that cell then.
There's the heat thing showing anything.
By the window.
Yeah, let me borrow that a second, because I'm just going to debunk something.
Okay.
There's no animals in there. So that makes you wonder if the rats are out in it, do you get me?
Mm.
There's no animals around.
But what was that?
Mate, that goes again, spirit.
That's recording. So, us four do 2 questions each. Here. I'll start, Nikki, Laura, Darren. EVP, session 2. So it seems you've been trying to make a lot of noises to try and scare us, even though we've been trying to be kind. So do your best, make a noise to try and scare us.
There's a gentleman here that is making me feel rather weak as a person. Can you tell me who you are, please, and why you're affecting me the way you are?
Can you tell us who ran to that end and made us chase you?
Why are you trying to stop spirits from crossing over? Why are you keeping them hold here?
Who is the dominant force here? Don't you want to brag and introduce yourself? Tell me who you are.
To the lady in the second room that we went in to talk to, I'm sorry if you've lost a child. Would you mind giving us your name and why you were sentenced to be here?
Can you tell us who it is that's making the screaming noises, please?
Could you give us a year that's relevant to you so we could try and research it and help you cross over?
I heard screaming there. EVP, session 2. So it seems you've been trying to make a lot of noises to try and scare us, even though we've been trying to be kind. So do your best, make a noise to try and scare us.
There's a gentleman here that is making me feel rather weak as a person. Can you tell me who you are, please, and why you're affected the way you are?
Can you tell us who ran to that end and made us chase you?
Why are you trying to stop spirits from crossing over? Why are you keeping them hold here?
Who is the dominant force here? Wait, you want to brag and introduce yourself? Tell me who you are.
To the lady in the second room that we went in to talk to, I'm sorry if you've lost a child. Would you mind giving us your name and why you were sentenced to be here?
Can you tell us who it is that's making the screaming noises, please?
Could you give us a year that's relevant to you so we could try and research it and help you cross over?
Who's that? There was something, wasn't there?
Is anyone scared?
Come on, Spirit, we're leaving soon.
Do you know what makes me angry, Spirit? Is the fact that you want to scare us, yet if you actually came forward, we could help you.
So guys, what's your opinion? We all shit ourselves, we thought it was scary, but do you think it was as scary as the other night? Please leave me a comment in the comment section. Forget live chat a second, bang it in the comment section please, I need to get more interaction in there. Please also make sure you subscribe hit that notification bell. We've got some cracking places lined up for this week. Also, we are going to do some Facebook Lives next week as well. So keep an eye out for those. So thank you so much for watching. Much love to you all. Sleep well. Bye.